So welcome everybody to the call. If you're just jumping on, put it in the chats where you're tuning in from. Okay, we're a global business all over the world. So as you're tuning in, put it in the chat where you're tuning in from. So for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is David Sayers and I'm from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Now, prior to this business, prior to this platform, I was in a traditional job and I was working 60, sometimes 80 hours a week. 12-hour shifts for someone else. I always say to people, you're either working for an entrepreneur or you're working for yourself. You're either building your goals and dreams or you're building for someone else's. Okay, there's no in between. And I didn't know any better. I didn't know that there was another way to live. I didn't know that there was another way of earning income. Okay, so I always say to people, you don't know what you don't know. Okay, so I was programmed in school, go to school, get good grades, get a good paying job, and then do the 40-40-40 plan, work for 40 hours a year. 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life, and then retire on 40% of what you can't even afford to live on. So when you really think about that, it doesn't really sound too good, but that's what you're programmed to do, and you don't know any better. You don't know what you don't know. So that's what I was doing, and I was happy enough doing it. I had the nice home. I had the 2 cars outside the door. I had the caravan down by the sea, and it had that nice holiday once a year. Then your boss lets you take it off. But that was it. No, I couldn't. I was working crazy hours to do it. And if I didn't go to work, I didn't get paid. Yeah, and then I found out about this amazing information, about this amazing platform through a guy called Bob Proctor. So stick it in the chat, stick a BP in the chat if you know who Bob Proctor is, because I literally had no idea who this guy was. It was actually one of my neighbors introduced me to his information, his material, and yeah, that's where it all kicked off. Yep, there's all the BPs coming into the chat. Everyone knew who he was. I had no idea. He was already leaps and bounds ahead of me because I had no idea who the guy was. And I watched one of his seminars and I heard him say if he wasn't doing what he was doing, he'd be into network marketing because it's the easiest way of creating multiple sources of income. I'm gonna be honest, folks, I had no idea what he was talking about. I was that naive that I thought multiple sources of income was like working extra shifts in your job or like working an extra job. Like I had no idea what he was talking about. And then I started diving into it and I found out it was residual income, right? Money that comes to you even when you're not working. You can earn more money while you're sleeping than what you can even spend while you're awake. And I thought, whoa, this sounds better than what I'm doing. No, slaving my guts out for someone else. This sounds better. I'm going to look into it. So I jumped on a call and I think like everyone, I was skeptical, but I don't think I was skeptical that it worked because I could see it. I could see it with my eyes that it worked. I've seen people around me who were earning a lot of income from it. I think I was skeptical that I could do it. Okay, so then I jumped on a call with my 2 mentors, Jake and Thierry, and I listened to their stories. Okay, so facts tell, stories sell. Always, I'm a true believer of that. And I jumped on and listened to their story, and it blew my mind. Like these were just average people who live average lives and they were doing extraordinary things. They were changing people's lives all over the world. They had business all over the world. And they were making a massive impact. They were making a significance in the world. And I thought, like, if these two guys can do it, hey, listen, there's hope for me. I can do it. So I jumped at the opportunity. I actually said on that call, I don't care if you're selling smelly socks. I just want to be a part of this. Because I know if you 2 nut jobs can do it, there's hope for me. I can do it. Okay, so that was me. I jumped at the opportunity and literally, I'm not going to get into all this, but I've had massive success in the past 2 years. I've been able to change a lot of people's lives all over the world. And that's been not because how good I am. It's because we've got a system. Okay, and systems work. People don't. Okay, system stands for save yourself, stress, time, energy, and money. Just by following the system, I was able to have success. Now, on that, just because I've had success and just because Desi's had success does not mean you're going to be guaranteed success, all right? There's no guarantees in life, okay? What we do guarantee is if you plug in and you do the work, okay, it's network marketing. People forget about the work part. If you do the work, it must work for you. It's a law, right? What you sow, you reap, okay? Now, I don't know your work ethics, okay? But the only way you're going to fail in this business is number 1, if you do nothing, and number 2, if you quit. It's like going to the gym, okay? I go to the gym, Danny Turner goes to the gym, we both go to the gym, okay? I pick Danny up in the morning. We both go at the same time, 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. And both pay the same subscription every week. Both go at the same time every week. But I'm getting in and I'm lifting heavy weights and I'm on the running machine, sweat dripping down my face. And Danny's in there doing selfies and taking pictures and checking himself in and looking at the chicks. And I'm in there focused, all right? What's focus stand for? Follow one course until successful. I'm in there busting my gut out. Who's going to get the best results, me or Danny? Obviously me, because I'm doing the work. Okay, so I don't know what your work ethics are, but you need to put the work in. Okay, it's network marketing. Right, it's the same as the law of attraction. Okay, what's in the word attraction? Action. You need to be taking action. Okay, so moving on, the world is changing. I keep saying this on every slide. I need to get that changed. We're gonna have to get it changed, Desi, too. The world has changed. Okay, so it's no longer brick and mortar, folks. It's click and order. Everything's going online. You walk down any road at the minute, any towns, look at the shops. The shutters are down. Spray painted on the shutters, out of business. What's been happening over the past 2 years? No, you can't hide from it. We can't hide from it anymore. Big coronavirus has been going on. COVID-19, shutting businesses down. It's forcing companies to go online. Okay, so what's been happening? Everyone's been going online. Okay. Warren Buffett says it best. What's he say? He says, if your salary is your only source of income, guess what, folks? You're one step away from poverty. Okay. You need to have a backup plan. Okay. Jim Rohn says it best. He says you should be working full-time in your job and part-time on your fortune. That was one of the quotes that changed everything for me. I thought I could actually build my business up while I'm at work. So if my place ever closed, I have something substantial here that I can build and grow and multiply. Okay, so and a prime example of that was in January there. Like I've been working for 18 odd years in my job, never had a day off, never been sick, all right, never been late. And then in January, I pulled a muscle in my back. The disc popped out of my back. I was out of work, folks, for 10 weeks. If I didn't have this business, I don't even want to think about what would have happened. I didn't have any money for 10 weeks. So this business has been crucial for me and my family. Okay, it has been crucial. Okay, so by 2027, 86.5 million people will work whenever and wherever they want. That prime example of that is we have a seminar on at the minute in Dubai. Our whole team is lying on the beach, walking around, building their business. So you don't have to be on a beach. You don't have to be there. As long as you have Wi-Fi connection or internet connection, folks, you are good to go. You can literally be anywhere and build this business. So over the past 2 years, folks, people have been creating a new habit, okay? And we are, Bob Proctor, that's one of the first things I heard Bob say. We are creatures of habits, okay? We're habitual creatures. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you brush your teeth, even the way you earn money is all habitual. So what have we been doing over the past 2 years? We've been getting to sit at home. We've been furloughed. Right, put a 1 in the chat if you've been furloughed over the past 2.5 years. Okay, yep, there's all the ones coming in, and everyone loved it. Everyone got a new experience, being at home with their family, earning income by doing nothing. So people went back to their normal 9 to 5 or their 7 to 7 in my case. They didn't want to do it. They were like, hold on, this other way is great. No, I'm able to earn money in my sleep. I'm getting paid 80% of my wage for being at home with my family. All right. So if I was to ask you, what would you rather have? Would you rather have time or money? Most people's going to say time. You can get money anyway. You know, earning money's a game. Okay. Once you know how to play the game, earning money's a game, but you can never get back your time. Okay. You can never get back time. So with that being said, we're on the next slide. This is probably one of my favorite slides. Okay. Oh, before I go on to the next slide, look at this. This is a prime example. Opportunities are everywhere. All right. You've got Instagram, Facebook, Uber, Airbnb, Alibaba. All right. So Instagram, right? That's the most valuable photo company. It doesn't sell any cameras. Facebook, right? Mark Zuckerberg. I love his story. He came up with the idea of Facebook, and he says, right, folks, he called 5 of his best friends into the dorm, and he says, folks, I have this amazing idea, Facebook, connecting people. 3 of his friends laughed at him and went, you're crazy, okay? And the other 2, they went, right, what do we need to do? Let's go, let's take action, let's do it. All right, those 2 are multi-billionaires now, And the other three, I don't even know what they're doing. I think they should make a film about those three. They're probably working at McDonald's now. All right. They're probably absolutely gutted. Okay. So you're going to get presented with an amazing opportunity. Richard Branson says it best. If you get presented with an amazing opportunity and don't know how to do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. All right. So then you've got Uber, the world's largest taxi company, and it doesn't own any vehicles. Airbnb, the largest accommodation provider, and it doesn't own any real estate. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, and it has no inventory. Okay, so this is it. This is what absolutely changed everything for me. The M1, M2, and M3 strategy, folks. So I've been blessed to be in all three strategies. And I can say, hand on heart, that this one here, it sucks. It's awful. It's a survival zone, okay? Put it on the chat if this sucks, okay? This is an awful strategy to be in. But yet so many people do it. And they do it because they're programmed. You're programmed from school to be a good employee. Okay, you go to school, you get good grades, you get a good paying job, right? Most people with the A's and B's in life, they end up working for the people who get the C's and D's. Okay, and I always say to people, it's not about IQ, it's about I can. If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. If you're unwilling to learn, no one can help you. Okay, so this strategy, folks, I was the poster boy for this. If you look this up in the picture dictionary, you'd have seen my happy smiley face because I was there smiling, thinking life is good. Look at the life I have. But really deep down, if you had delved into it, I wasn't happy because I was trading my time for money. I didn't get to see my kids when I wanted. I didn't get to go on trips when I wanted. I didn't have the money to do what I wanted when I wanted, okay? And it's because it was limited in my time. So what is wrong with the M1 strategy is you're saturated with your time. You only have 24 hours in a day. And if you're spending all your time working, then folks, you don't have enough time to actually build your business. You don't actually have time to build up yourself. Okay, so it's the worst way to earn income. Just jumping on, mute your lines. I'll try and be as quick as I can. But yes, so M2 strategy. The M2 strategy is what most people in the M1 strategy save up most of their natural life for. And that's what 3% of the population are in. And yeah, and that's a good reason because you need a lot of money for it. Okay. So I always say to people, instead of the M standing for money, money one, money two, money three, let's say it's mindset. Okay. Because if you haven't got the right mindset, then you're not going to earn the money. Okay. And that's why most people, when they get into the M2 strategy, they save up most of their natural life in the M1 strategy and they get into it. And it could be property, it could be real estate. We have an amazing one called Elevate, and it's a foreign exchange market. We're going to touch on that on one of the later slides. But imagine, I love to give the example about real estate. Now, a home here in Northern Ireland, average home costs around £30,000. Now, if I saved up all my savings and I put that into a house, I'd be expecting a lot back from it. But really, when you think about it, okay, 2% of people think, 3% of people think, and 95% of people would rather die than think. Okay, so when you really think about it, you're putting down £30,000 and you're renting out a property, you're only going to make about £100 profit or $100 profit per month. You can't live on that. Okay, you can't live on that. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good strategy to be in. It's an amazing strategy to be in, but it's more of a long-term thing. Okay, you're going to get into it, and 30 years' time in the mortgage is paid out, you're going to have this lump sum for your family, for your kids. So it is a good thing. But I want to be getting into something that I'm able to put down £100 or £200 a month and get back £30,000 a month. It's a no-brainer, folks. So when you really think about it, that's what I want to do. Okay, so and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the M3 strategy, and it's what 100% of the population are in, but only 1% are actually earning all the money from it. Now you're probably going, has 100% of the population in it? 100% of the population are in it because we are walking, talking billboards, folks. Okay, you literally go to a cinema. What do? You go to cinema, you see a good film, and what do? You naturally share that film. You tell your family and your friends, hey, listen, just seen an amazing film. You should go to the cinema and watch it. Okay, so Desi's going to go and take a wee boy and watch Spider-Man for talk's sake. Okay, I phoned Desi up. Oh my goodness, Desi, just seen the new Spider-Man. Haven't seen it. No, David, is it good? It's awesome, right? You should go and see it. She's going to take her son. The two of them are going to go and watch Spider-Man. I didn't get no phone call from the cinema. Hey, David, listen, Desi just came there and watched Spider-Man. No, here's your 25% check. No, it doesn't work. You think of the amount of times you're wearing your clothes. Someone says, where'd you get that shirt? Got it in the Versace shop. Amazing. They're going to go down to the Versace shop. They're going to buy something. I didn't get no phone call. All right. You're constantly building other people's businesses all day long. Women with their eyebrows, their eyelashes, their hair. No, you're constantly telling your family and friends about a product, a service, an idea, or education. Okay. That's what this is all about. And you're constantly building other people's businesses and not getting paid for it. I remember talking to Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor said to me, David, why don't you change up your conversation and get some conversation or get some compensation? Change up your conversation and get some compensation. And I thought, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, I'm already doing it. Why not get paid for it? Why not get something back where I can give to my family? Why not give something back so I can have more time with my family? Okay. So it was a no-brainer for me. It's multiple sources of income and it's multiplying your time. MSIs. Everyone put MSIs in the chat, okay? Because that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about money. We're here to talk about money. Money is the first thing that people think about when they wake up. First thing, but it's the last thing people want to talk about. That's what we're here tonight. We're here tonight to get uncomfortable. You should be getting comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? Growth comes from your comfort zone. You're not going to hear about all this stuff in school. I didn't even thought about this in school, okay? So I would say to people, keep an open mind, right? Oprah Winfrey says it best. Says your mind's like a parachute. It only works when it's open, okay? So keep your mind open, folks. Your brain won't fall out, okay? So we're here to talk about Ibuumerang, okay? So what is network marketing, okay? And what are the benefits of network marketing? So you have no overhead, no employees, no inventory, no special degrees needed. I said that before. It's not about IQ. It's about ICANN. Ability to work from anywhere. Because remember I said, if you're not earning money from your smartphone, guess what, folks? It's not a smartphone. It's a dumb phone, okay? You need to be earning money from it. You need to have residual income. Once you really understand residual income, you smash through a brick wall to get it, okay? So training and community support, okay? You're not going to get support like this anywhere in the world. You're working for yourself, but not by yourself. You're going to get all the support in the world. There's no caps when you're earning potential, all right? Literally, you can earn more than what the person who helped you get started. You can earn more than them. So you really think about that in corporate America or in any business. Where can you come in at the start and earn more money than your CEO within a couple of months? It's unheard of. You can't do it. But in this company, in this structure, in this environment, you can literally come in, and it all depends on you. Your money, your income is all based on you and your work ethics. Okay, so it's a positive culture. You're not going to get a more positive environment. You're going to be surrounded with like-minded people. Okay, environment is everything. The seed will always reveal the quality of the soil. Your environment is key for your growth. Time flexibility. Okay, you can plug in and plug out whenever you want. Okay, this isn't like a job. You don't have to clock in, clock out. We work around your schedule. When you're free, we'll work with you. Okay, as long as you have a calendar and you can book things in when you're free, we will be flexible to help you. And again, probably the most important thing for me was the personal development, the growth, the personal growth. Okay, I am a different person from where I was. I put a post on today. You're 3 different people in your life: who you were, who you are, and who you're going to become. Okay, that's the most important one. What is your goal? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Okay, and then leverage. We want to teach you how to leverage your time. You'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of your own efforts. Okay. Now, with that being said, I want to call up my partner in crime, the newest diamond. Everyone put a big D in the chat for Desi the diamond. This lady, hardworking mother. Okay. No one, or I always say to people, you can't have excuses and results. This lady honestly has zero excuses. You can't have excuses and results. And she has all the results that you can think of. She is literally one of the hardest working people I've ever met. She goes out, she grinds every day, and she makes the magic happen. She makes it happen. She doesn't wish it to happen. She makes it happen. Okay, folks, so put some 1s in the chat for Miss Desi. Put some D's in the chat for Desi.
Thank you so much, David. I like what you said, because earlier today from the 24K event, Martha, the Blue Diamond leader, what she said was, turn your excuses into your goals. That was like, I was like, wow, she's just dropping bombs. That was an amazing, amazing, amazing event. But this is something that got me most excited about when it came to me joining this opportunity and this team. I mean, not this team, because I was already part of the team, but this company. And obviously the company is phenomenal and what we're working with. But I don't follow companies. Look, I can sell a sock, if I have the right leadership. And the reason why I have achieved results is exactly because of mentorship and leadership, right? Because of our top leader, Mr. Darren Gibson. So, I'll just piggyback a little bit of how I got connected with Mr. Holton Bugs. Obviously, it was, thanks to Mr. Darren Gibson. We flew out to Miami on April 28th or 29th. We met with Mr. Bugs. He basically told us what his vision was for his company, and it was a no-brainer for me to say yes. I didn't know what I was saying yes to, but I just said yes, right? Because that's how we started with Jeff Bezos back in 1994, right? When he only started with books. And as a matter of fact, I think the first 10 or 15 years, they were only selling books, right? They were just a book reseller, but he had the big picture in his mind of where he was going. So I'm extremely beyond and excited to, talk about a little bit about Mr. Bugs. I've learned so much in such a short period of time. And David, you said it earlier, what you tune into, you turn into. Whoever has your ear has your life, right? So this is what changed for me drastically, is that I decided that I'm no longer going to listen to the people that don't have the results I want. And Mr. Bugs obviously does. He started in this industry back in 1990. He was a college student, and he just wanted to make extra money on the side. In the first 7 years, until 1997 is when he basically barely made $500 a month. And when he shares his story, he didn't even make that, because he had to basically pay his upline on the way the compensation plan was working. He had to pay half of the money to his upline, and then the other half went back to, obviously his business for products. So he was making no money for 7 years. Now, me coming from a traditional business, right, and being, in business for over, 7 years, I don't know if I was going to be in business for that long if I didn't make no money, right? So this guy definitely had a big picture of where he was going. Why? Because of the environment that he was in, right? He was surrounded by lots of successful people. He was surrounded by people that were, did make it happen. So he had the clear picture in his mind of where he was going. So in 1997 till 2009 is when actually he met, one of his mentors, and he developed, that system that, that you could achieve rapid success. And in 2009, from 2009 until 2019, now he's an absolute legend, because I don't know anybody else, especially in this business, especially in this industry, that has created over 50 millionaires in less than 10 years. Now, I'll maybe name one person in the chat. I'll sit and wait. But I don't think you guys have all the time of the world, because it does not exist, right? So I asked Mr. Bugs while we were in Miami, how did you make them, what did you do? I think that's the question that everybody asks him, right? What did you do? And the biggest thing he said is, I did not help them, I created the environment, right? So it's like, for the seed to grow, what does a seed needs? The right soil, right? And this is what Mr. Bugs has done. He created, the success system, so for every single person that comes into this business, to be easy to duplicate. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's not a rocket science. And back in 2019 is when he launched, and he started with Ibuumerang. And it's mind blowing, because we're just in the beginning. We're in the beginning of that Amazon opportunity, and I'm just excited to see where this is going to take us before the end of this year. David, you can take it on to the next slide. You want me to talk about this, or you want to talk about this? You want me to talk? So here's what Mr. Bucks created, the Crib, right? And I talk to people every single day and ask them, have you heard of the Crib? All of them, most people don't know yet because we're just in the beginning, as I just mentioned. So the PRIB stands for Perpetual Residual Income Builder. And here's what I like to call it, actually. I like to call it Perpetual Retirement Income Builder. And my background is sales, right? Our traditional business, 2 businesses that I was in sales, and I was just sick and tired of selling people. And this is the one reason that one of the main thing that got me really excited about this company is that it's technology that is created for you, right? Technology is created for you, and I no longer have to sell people. So move on to the next slide, David. So the PRIB at work for you. Again, artificial technology that works for you. If you're brand new, just like me, that had no idea what I was getting myself into, right? That had no idea about how to build a team, that had no idea about how to sell the product, how to go out there and share this opportunity. Well, this is the opportunity for you, right? Because the PRIB does the work for us. When we acquire customers, and naturally we share, just like David mentioned earlier, all of the services that we provide, we share them naturally on a daily basis. We're just not getting paid for it. So now we get the chance actually to get paid for it. So here's what the PRIB does for us when we have customers. What the PRIB will do is follow up. It will, the selling, the upselling, the cross-selling. When you're building a team, if you want to join for, as far as the business side, and you want to build a team, what does the PRIB does for you? Now we all have the same 24 hours, especially when, I started this part-time. And honestly speaking, I didn't have all the time in the world where, for me to do the welcome orientation, to do the trainings and all that stuff, right? So here's where the technology comes to work for me. This is built for people, especially people that don't have time to build, their fortune. Just like Jim Rohn said, right? I'm working full-time at my job and part-time on my fortune. So now let the PRIB let the PRIB do the work for you, because it does, your welcome orientation when you bring, a potential business partner. It does the training, the upgrades, the events, and the retention. So it saves you tons of time. And you can move on to the next slide, David. Residual income from the PRIB. Well, I know that most of you work your, daytime job, and, I had my business, which was my job as well. And, I only had one source of income. And if I decided not to work, that means that my income stopped, right? I could no longer pay my employees. I could no longer pay the bills for my business. I could no longer pay for my mortgage, my bills from my son's school. And you all know how it goes down the line. So this is what, the PRIB will do for you. We have, QR codes that, you can send as, ambassador when you join our business. We have little QR codes that you can literally even print on a business card. You can give it away to every single individual. And here's what do you do? You bring that customer, you acquire that customer to the PRIB, and now the PRIB, what does the PRIB do? Collects data. What did Facebook do in the beginning? What did Amazon do in the beginning? All they did is they collected. So they gave us a free platform. They gave us a free platform to have fun with, right? And now the Facebook, for instance, has access to all of my network, right? To my entire network. So this is the PRIB, what the PRIB will do, right? Collects all of the data, and now we'll start tracking, the customer's behavior, and we'll cross-sell them for you. For instance, David, I see David, I give him my QR code, he scans the QR code, now he becomes my customer. That's all I've done. Now the PRIB goes to work for me, right? It will upsell him, cross-sell him, market him based on his behavior and what he's interested in. And I will be getting paid residually from David without me doing any work, without me even knowing that, for instance, David came to, our platform and purchased something or, saved on his bills. So residual income, right? Based on your efforts is what you're going to get in return. So if you share, you get paid a lot. And today at the event, I like what they said. People that share, the people that have the most customers are the ones that are going to win the biggest, right? Is that what they say, David?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I love that other wee saying, Desi, is that once you know what someone wants, you never have to sell them again on anything. Okay. And that's what
Yeah.
I love about the artificial intelligence. Once it gathers your information, like if you look at my phone and you look at Desi's phone, the adverts are going to be completely different. Okay. They're not going to be the same. So once you know what someone wants, you never have to sell them anything again. So
Personalized.
over to this one, Desi, or do you want to keep going? Or
I can go over, I'll go over, I go and build Genius, and then you can cover the rest.
right, well, sure.
Sounds
I'll
good.
race through this one and then you can do the next one. So this is just, this
Okay.
is like a shopping center, okay? Or there's in America, what you call it, the shopping mall. Okay, so I was talking to someone yesterday, they were asking me, can you explain it? And the most simplest way to explain this is it's like a shopping mall. Okay, you go into a shopping mall, you do not have to like every single shop that's in there, okay? You go to the shops that you like, okay? You go to the Versace shops, you go to the Tommy Hilfiger shops, you go to the shops that you like, okay? You don't need to go to everything, okay? But we have a massive range with 5 different things here and more to come, okay? Every 4 to 6 months, we're going to be having more and more and more things coming, okay? So this is it's a bit like Amazon, okay? You have all these different things, okay? So what we have is we have iGo. iGo is the travel company, okay? It's like the back door to the crib, okay? It's like the main feature of what we have. Now, if you're not too fussed on travel and you like, we'll have travel and trade, and then we'll have all these other things as well. So I'll run through these very, very quickly, and then we'll get into more detail on them in the next slide. So we'll have the iGo, which is the travel. We've got the Build Genius, which is everyone in America's favorite. Okay, it's saving you on your bills. Then we'll have the Elevate, which is the foreign exchange market. Okay, Forex trading. Then we've got the Zens, which is which is personalized diffusers. Look up your nose, and then we'll have the skin tech. I have the skin tech here. It's going to be replacing hand sanitizer very soon. Okay, and again, I have much more coming. So okay, so before we get on to the next one, we have again, Holton Bugs. He's like the Tiger Woods of network marketing, smashing every record going. And again, in the middle of a pandemic, folks, he smashed more records. We had over 1 million customers in the first 18 months. Now, that's unheard of in any network marketing company, especially in the middle of a pandemic with a big coronavirus knocking around. No one's traveling, no one's doing anything. And what do we do? We went and smashed out a million customers. How is that possible? Okay, it's again Holton Bugs smashing every single record going. So Desi, you want to touch on this one? Okay, this is the back door to the crib.
Oh my God, this is one of my personal favorites. 5-star lifestyle with a 3-star prices, right? And David, you were supposed to be in Dubai. Weren't you excited to use your platform to get, that top hotel at a 3-star price? Right?
It was like $300 cheaper just by using this. $300
at
cheaper.
At night. Crazy. So remember what I said earlier? We tend to share, all these services on a daily basis without even realizing, right? But why would right now I have the opportunity to get paid when my customer saves and a customer can get up to 35% discount on hotels, flights, rental cars, cruises, everything when it comes to travel. And now the best part is that, you get a free website that you can use for life. A free website, free access to my platform, to my technology that you can use for life. Only when you save, I get paid 50% off your savings. Here's a simple example, right? Mr. Bugs was the first individual that actually tried the platform to see if it actually worked. right? So on Expedia, he found the same hotel at New York City, 4.5-star hotel in New York City. On Expedia was at $339 per night. On our platform, iGo was almost half the price, $178. This is insane. $178. That's almost half of the price from Expedia. So he almost saved $1,600. Now let's imagine that Mr. Bugs was my customer. I just got paid $800 just for me sharing a QR code. Are there any Bulgarian hotels? Probably, Katerina. You can check where there should be. We're in 190 countries, so most definitely, all over the world, in each and every country. As a matter of fact, today at the 24K, they said that they actually added on lots of new hotels. So David, you can move on to the next slide.
So Elevate, okay, Elevate is a foreign exchange market. Now, people might think, "Ooh, what's going on? This is scary." Okay, when I first joined and I heard foreign exchange market, I was thinking of trading and stocks and shares, and it was a bit scary. I'll be honest. I was like, "No, that's not for me. I'll stick to building the business." But then someone said to me, "David, it's super simple. All right, what's KISS stand for? Keep it super simple." Okay, so you're learning. It's like learning a new language, folks. You're not going to walk in to your French class and do one lesson and expect to be fluent in French. Okay, it takes time. Okay, and that's what we do. That's what we have here. We have a system in place. System stands for save yourself, stress, time, energy, and money. Okay, there's a system in place that's going to teach you a new life skill that you can take anywhere with you. Now, there is loads of people, hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people online at the minute, texting me, phoning yourself, texting yourself, trying to get you into foreign exchange. And they're going to trade for you. That's good. That's good. If you want to put the money down, they'll do it all for you. But what happens when they've made their millions and they stop? You stop, your money stops. Okay, so what happens if we can teach you a skill that you can keep forever and you can do it yourself? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to teach you. You're going to get education on the foreign exchange market. So the foreign exchange market basically is exchanging your money. If I wanted to go to Disney World Florida this year with the kids, I would have to change sterling. I'm here in the UK. I would have to change sterling to dollar. Okay, if I wanted to go to go from Northern Ireland down to Ireland, I would have to change sterling into euro. Okay, so we're doing it anyway. Why not get some compensation for it? Okay, so if you have any money in the banks at all right now, you are participating in the foreign exchange market. You're just not getting paid for it because the banks are one of the largest traders in this. Okay, they have went and got educated. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're trading on the market. Okay, so why not learn some skills? Okay, so it's a legacy education platform. Okay, gain exclusive access to over 50 hours of live and recorded sessions each week from elite educators. That's a key word there, folks. Elite educators. Remember what we said there? Whoever has your ear has your life. That's the number one rule for success. So who are you listening to? Okay, I would rather listen to people who are earning multiple 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year at this and know exactly what they're doing. Okay, so there's technology there, there's all the tools, everything's in place for you. But probably the most important thing is the community. You're going to be plugged into a Facebook group, WhatsApp groups, and you're going to be able to, again, there's multiple languages, so don't be worrying. I know there's someone on the line there, Bulgarian. If you speak a different language, there's loads of different interpreters and languages there. But the main thing is, if you're not sure whether or not to put on a trade, if you think I've got this trade and I'm going to sell it, I'm going to get all this money, and you put it in to the WhatsApp group, and maybe there's someone in the WhatsApp group or someone in the Facebook group goes, no, hold on for another hour, it's going to double. You can literally double your money just by getting advice from people who know exactly what they're doing. Okay, so if you buy into someone's opinions, you have to buy into their results, and these people have the massive results. Okay, you're being coached and mentored and shown exactly what to do from people who are winning. Okay, you only think you're winning until you meet a winner, and these guys are absolute winners of what they're doing. Okay, so I know what I would do. and I'm going to listen to the people who have the success that I want. Okay, so the next one is Zance. Do you want to do this one, Desi? Do one each?
Go ahead. You like sense.
Okay, so Sense and Skin Tack. So Skin Tack, one of my favorite products. I be honest, folks, I'm not a product guy. I'm not the guy to come to about products. I'm a builder. I like helping people with their mindset and helping them enroll people and build a business. But you can't argue these products are absolutely life-changing and phenomenal stuff, right? And that's what Holton Bugs recognized. Holton Bugs recognized that if we want to be open in 183 countries, we need tangible products. And that's what an entrepreneur does. An entrepreneur finds a need, all right, finds a problem, and then finds a solution. So is there a need for these products? Okay, yes, you've got Skin Tack. Skin Tack is an antiseptic foam. It goes on like an invisible glove. So what's everyone doing at the minute? Pandemic, coronavirus, they're all running about, like we lemmings, we sheep, panicking. And again, for good reason. But what is it doing? They're constantly putting on hand sanitizer, constantly putting it on, constantly putting it on. It's actually what sparked this whole thing about the Skin Tack was there was nurses in America complaining of liver damage. And then when they researched into it, they found it was excessive use of hand sanitizer. Because what's in hand sanitizer? It's 60 to 80% alcohol. And what's your biggest skin? What's your biggest organ? Your skin. Okay, so constantly putting it on, It's getting into the skin, it was causing damage. So the research into it found out what it was, and they come up with a solution. This stuff here, it goes on, I'll show you. Right, 2 pumps, it goes on, and after 5 minutes, you're protected for up to 4 hours. It's like an invisible glove. There's a video, I wish I had the video to put it on. Look it up on YouTube, look up Skin Tack, Skin Tack video, and it'll be on there. Skin Tack acid test. There was a lady, and she put 2 screws in her hand after she put the Skin Tack on, and she poured acid over her hand, and it started sizzling and fizzling, and you seen the steam coming off it. It just rolled off her hand as if it was nothing there. And that's because you're protected. It's like an invisible glove for 4 hours. So you think your kids get into school? My children get into school every single morning. Stop, squirt, squirt, hand sanitizer. So they're getting alcohol on before they go to school. Okay, you think doctors, nurses, this is getting rolled out all over the world now in hospitals and things like that. Do you think of the people who can't wear gloves, like of hairdressers, tattoo artists, things like that, who their hands are, do you know what I mean? They're creative people. They can't really wear gloves. So this is massive. This is massive, massive, massive. Okay. So then we have the Zents. Okay. Desi loves the Zents. Do you want to do the Zents, Desi? I'll do it if you want, but
love Zents. You're right, especially the one that is shown here, lavender. So what is Zents? Zents is a nose ring that is infused. And why do I say nose ring? Because you can literally, I don't have anyone around me, but it's very little, teeny tiny, right? It's infused with essential oil, and all of us know, like, you know how good essential oils are for you. So when you start sniffing on that little guy, that it's literally invisible, especially if you're, if you work and you wear a mask throughout the day, it's perfect because you, stay fresh and feel refreshed throughout the entire day. It lasts up to 12 hours. So we have 4 different kinds. Lavender is my personal favorite. I was that person that had trouble sleeping for many years. And I'll take, all kinds of pills. I've done even like CBD oils. Nothing ever helped me. But this guy, like, as soon as I put it in, maybe 5-10 minutes the most, and then I'm out for the rest of the night. And it's amazing because it does help literally. So we have lemon as well that helps you with focus and, to stay alert. We have eucalyptus that, energizes you, or if you feel like your nose is stuffy, it does, help you like breathe easily. And also the newest one is grapefruit, right? So grapefruit and grapeseed oil is proven that, to curb appetite. So ladies, even gentlemen, right? Ladies, even gentlemen, because the other day I said ladies, and then the guys went, crazy. Imagine while you're sniffing, to be losing weight. It's been a top seller. You know, the grapefruit for fact, I know that it's a top seller. So
And
I don't even know if
I'm
you
going to
can
be
still get it.
honest. See the grapefruit one. I was skeptical about it. I thought, how can it stop me from being hungry? So I bought a load of them, and I put them in. And oh my goodness, they actually work. Like anyone who
They do
knows
work.
me knows I love my food, Desi. Love my food.
Mhm.
Never get hungry. Always eating. Always eating. Always eating.
Yeah.
I just wasn't hungry all day. She was having to come
Yeah.
in with dinner and go, "Yo, do you not want your dinner?" And I was like, "This is amazing. These things are amazing." So they actually really, really do work. That's my testimony for them.
Yeah. It does. It does work.
This is your baby, Desi. This is your baby.
Bill, genius. Bill is my bestie because I didn't believe actually this thing worked until Rhonda, you know, she's one of my business partners, saved when we joined. So she saved 105 per month on her phone bill. And I was like, let me try this out. So I plugged my bills, and as of today, I've saved over 1,700 on my bills. So Bill Genius, it's amazing. Again, technology that works for you. It literally takes on about even less than 3 minutes. It says 3 minutes here, but I would say it takes less than 3 minutes. All you gotta do is just plug in your most recent bill, and then Bill Genius goes into work for you. You don't pay anything unless, you know, Bill saves you. You know, at the end of the day, you're using, again, free technology. You're saving your time, right? When you don't have to change providers, you don't have to stay on a phone with customer service. And now we all know how annoying that could be. You know, you could be sitting on that phone for like 3-4 hours, you know, to be negotiating bills. This is where Bill Genius does the work for you. The very first bill I saved on was my phone bill. They refunded me $46, you know, per month, literally in less than 2 hours. They got me the savings in less than 2 hours. It's super easy. You know, they do the communication with, you know, with you through email. Even they sent you text messages and updates. It's amazing. So we have few examples. Kirsten from Texas saved 999 only in the States as of right now. Yes, $999 for Kirsten here in Texas. John from New York saved again close to $1,800, and we have Wendy from Maryland that saved over $1,300. It's amazing. You can literally save on all kinds of bills. Doesn't matter what type. I mean, you can plug each and every bill. You go into that, David.
Okay, so folks, listen, you're only one decision away from a totally different life, okay? The things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better, okay? So Richard Branson says it best. He says, if you get presented with a good opportunity and don't know what you're doing, just say yes and then learn how to do it later, okay? POUR stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly, okay? POUR, listen, you don't want to have a poor mindset. Okay, not poor in your pocket, poor in your mind. Okay, this is an amazing opportunity, and it's a one-off payment. Okay, one-off payment of $1,000 to start your own business. I know there's Desi on the line there, traditional business lady, has a traditional business, and I'm sure it doesn't cost her $99 a month to run her business. I'm sure it costs a lot more than that. Where can you start a business with $1,000 and have $99 per month to run and earn anything, have an unlimited income? Okay, the more people you help, the more commissions you get. That's how simple it is. Okay, so with the first class, this is the best pack to get in, and the reason it's the best pack is because you get 20% on your dual team bonus. So I'm not going to run through everything that's in the slide. You can read it yourselves, but the main thing I want to focus on here is the 20% dual team bonus. Now you might be thinking, no, what's he talking about? 20% dual team bonus. That's when you start to create a massive team. Okay, remember what we said about 1% of 100 people's efforts or 100% of your own efforts. You'd rather have the 1% of 100 people's efforts. A lot of people doing a little bit of stuff, okay, and you get commissions off everything, okay, and your team gets commissions off everything. So once you start having a massive team, you can get 20% of what they do, okay, and that's where the real residual income comes. That's where people are quitting their jobs. That's where people are living financially and time free because of the residual income, because of the dual team bonus. Okay, so once you start to create a massive, massive team, that's where that's going to kick in. Now, again, $1,000 in the UK is around £740. And again, £74 per month to run. Yeah, that's unheard of, folks. I got started with the first class, and I suggest everyone gets started with the first class. But we do understand timing is everything in this business, okay? Where real estate is all about location, location, location. This business is all about timing, okay? Get in your spot. You don't want to miss out. We're not selling mattresses, okay? You don't need to sleep on it. You need to get your spot today, right now. As soon as this call's over, get back to the person who invited you to the call and say, get me started. Don't wait for them to phone you. Now, if you don't have $1,000, that's okay. We're here to make you. We're not here to break you, okay? Remember, one of my old mentors saying to me, it's not about what you buy, it's about what you build. Okay, so we have cheaper options. Okay, you can upgrade within, I think it's 30 to 60 days. So there's a cheaper option, $500. Again, it's $99 per month to run. The only difference between this is well, there's a lot of differences between this. You can read them all there yourself, but the main thing is the 12% on your dual team bonus compared to the 20%. So I don't know about you, I would rather do the same amount of work and get paid more than doing the same amount of work and get paid less. I had people join at the very start when we first moved over here, and they were phoning me up going, "Me, Susie got more than me. How come I only got this?" And I enrolled more people and I helped more people. I said, "Well, you get in with the business class and they get in the first class." So you would rather do the same amount of work and get paid more. Everyone put more in the chat because I know you all want more. All right. When you run, you want to run faster. When you jump, you want to jump higher. All right. We're creative beings. We want to be more, have more, and do more. It's just human nature. Okay, so you want to do the same amount of work and get paid more. Now, again, if you don't have $500, don't panic, and you want to get your spot now. So that's the most important thing. We have a cheaper option, and that's $250. Hey, folks, if you don't have $250, you need this business. You need this business. What do you enjoy? You're all over 18 years of age, or you wouldn't be on this call. I'm 40 years of age. And I'll be honest, folks, when I first started, I didn't have a lot of savings. But I knew for things to change, all right, I had to change. For things to get better, I had to get better. Einstein says it best. He says, if you do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect a different result, that's a form of insanity. Well, folks, I was going insane. I was doing the same day, every day for 365 days. Go to work, come home, get my dinner, play with the kids, put the kids to bed, probably watch a bit of TV and go to bed. That was my life, okay? Until I had this amazing breakthrough, amazing family, amazing venture, all right, platform, whatever it is you want to call it. But until I had this, I didn't have a lot of money saved up. Okay, so you need this business. If you haven't got $250, go and borrow $50 from 5 of your closest friends, okay, to get started and make a difference and change it, all right? So you need to change your current circumstances, okay? So the difference between this and the first class is you're only going to get 10% of the dual team bonus, okay? So if you haven't got the $1,000, you haven't got the $500, get your spot on this and you can upgrade. You can use your commissions to upgrade, put back into your business, put it back in, upgrade your business, and then you can have more income, okay? Now we do have a cheaper option, but you won't have any dual team bonus. You won't be able to create the massive team that we're talking about. But you still can't send out boomerangs. You can get 25% off the direct travel savings and things like that. So you can. This is important for getting your spot. And if you're interested in the travel and becoming a wholesale, it's like a wholesale starter kit. So you can get your spot and you can again upgrade within the 60 days. So again, I wanted to show you this. This is the main thing. Make the main thing, folks, okay? $1,000 and it's only $99 per month, okay? So you're going to get 20% of what the team does. So again, placement's everything, all right? Get in your spot. I will say to people, imagine if I got in, I'm in the business, loving life, and then I have Desi in my team. And I said to Desi, listen, let's go, let's get you started. And Desi goes, oh, I don't know, I need to think about it. I need to ask my friends, or I need to ask people. And I always go, whoa, hold on. If you buy into someone's opinions, you have to buy into their results. Are the people that you're going to and asking these questions to, right? Have they got the results that you want? Okay. Are they making 6-7 figures a year? Are they making 6 figures a month? If they're not, don't buy into their opinions. Okay. Because that's all they are, is opinions. Okay. So people ask the right questions, they just ask them to the wrong people. Okay. People ask the right questions, they just ask them to the wrong people. Okay. So family and friends are the biggest crushers of dreams. So if Desi wants, if I say all this to Desi and she goes, yeah, no, I just want to talk it over with my partner, I want to talk it over with my friend, whoever it is she wants to talk it over with, that's fine. Okay. But then I have Andy, right? Andy Varela, and I say to Andy, hey, listen, you get your spot. Yes, I get my spot, love it. I want to change my life. I want to make a difference. I want to make a significance in the world. Andy gets a spot. Then tomorrow, right? Andy comes in. Andy has a massive business. He's enrolled thousands of people on his team. He has a massive, massive team. And Andy's making a difference. Andy's making it happening. Okay. Then Desi decides tomorrow or the next day, David, I thought about it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. And Desi gets in there, right? Would you rather have someone like Andy who's making it happen, who's making a massive impact in the world? Would you rather be in his business or have him in your business? Okay, so remember what we said, we'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts. So imagine if Andy had 1,000 people and you're getting 1% of what they all, or 20% of what they all do. You'd rather have a rock star in your business than be in a rock star's business. Trust me, folks. Okay, we're not selling mattresses. You don't need to sleep on it. Get your spot. Timing's everything. Get back to the person who invited you to the call and say, I want in. I don't care if you're selling smelly socks. That's what I said in my first call. I don't care if you're selling smelly socks. I want in. Okay, so you might have 3 different things you want to say. Number 1, you're like me and Desi, and it's get me in. How do I get started? Number 2 is you might have more questions. Okay, you might have more questions, and you might say, listen, I want to know about this, I want to know about that. That's fine. Okay, get my number, get Desi's number. All right, look me up on Facebook, David Sayers. Look me up on Instagram, Sayers_David. Desi's going to put her Instagram in the chat. Okay, look us up. We will get back to the person you invited to call. Jump on a 3-way call with us. We will help answer any questions you may have. So that's number 2. And then number 3 might be, hey, listen, I've loved it all. It's not for me. I'm happy with my day job of doom. I'm happy asking my boss what time I can take my lunch at. I'm happy asking my boss, can I go to the toilet? I'm happy asking my boss, can I have time off to go to my kids' school plays? No, if that's the life that you like, perfect. Okay, we're not here to get anyone. We're here to help you. We're here to open your level of awareness. Okay, I remember listening to Bob Proctor before, and he says people don't earn £100,000 a year because they want to. People don't earn £100,000 a year because people earn £100,000 a year because they're not aware of how to earn £100,000 a month. Okay, so we're just here to open your level of awareness to let you know that there's a different way of earning income out there. Okay, so get back to the person who invited you to call. Desi, thank you very much. You're an absolute rock star, and congratulations on behalf of myself and everyone in the team on smashing diamond. Okay, so you're an absolute rock star.